All right, all right, all right. It's Brennan here. Me, main man, Brennan. We are here for another episode of Charlie's and Coffee. This is a very special edition. Very excited about this edition. We have so many things to tell you about. So many things. So many things about the company. So many things about what's coming. So many things about what we just launched. I think you guys are really going to love a lot of what's coming. So let's just jump right into it. So we'll start off with some company updates. We'll talk a little bit about SF Tech Week. We will also talk about some very interesting developments on the product front, which you guys got a taste of. And we'll also talk about the LTD offer that we'd offered, and then even Camp Charlie. So there's a whole host of things that we'll be discussing today. So first, company updates. One, we've secured more investment from a venture firm called Geek Ventures out of New York City. We've also secured another 100 grand out of micro VC fund out of Pennsylvania. We've also acquired some strategic angels to help us along that journey. So we're slowly building up the cap table, building on the momentum, building on the growth that we've been experiencing. So that's been amazing. It's really a testament to you guys, and some of you guys even talked with some of these funds about the product, why you liked it. I can't express how grateful I am for that. So thank you from the team, from me personally. If there's ever anything we can do to help you, need only ask. So the second thing, we had SF Tech Week this week. So SF Tech Week, for those that don't know, San Francisco basically gets taken over. There's literally 500 events this week. It's venture firms talking to people. It's startups doing demos. It's a lot of people networking and discussing new developments and technology. To be honest, it was a lot. So some of your guys' messages I haven't been able to get back to, but two important things happened for the Go Charlie team. First is that we had an AI-driven content creation session. So we did a live demo. We walked some startups that were at the beginning of their journey all the way to companies that were mature and launching new products. And we showed how the product could benefit them for their own content creation needs. It was a very well-revered event. So I think we're actually going to start doing those more often, not only in San Francisco, but in Denver, where Ryan is. And then more important news, we are hiring a person for growth out of New York. So we will have coverage on both sides of the US coasts. So another important note, if you want to do a session about Charlie, we are more than willing to give you the tools and I will coach you through using it. You can teach other people how to use the tool. Obviously, you can be an affiliate, make some money off of us as well. But I think what we're realizing is that getting this in the hands of people, getting the tool out there, and being able to work through in real time people's way of thinking is the way that this product really gets some growth. So that's really awesome. We also got the pitch at Generative AI Tech Day. So this was a Stonks event. It's pretty interesting. My dad was very excited about it. For those of you that want to see the pitch live, you can actually sign up for this. And I will put this in the chat for you. So here you go. If you want to sign up, you can register there. You will have to create a Stonks thing. So that's where we're at. But that's a really cool way for you guys to get to see me in action. It's a bit of a different pitch than we normally do. It's a lot more technical. So don't worry if you don't understand some of the things that we were talking about. We will walk through that on the call. We mentioned this, but we are actually hiring a growth person. So they will be a right-hand person to me. As fundraising goes away, I get to spend a lot more time with you guys, which is what I most want to get out of the way and focus on solving your guys' problems, spending more time with you all, making sure you guys have all the tools necessary to be successful, using the tool and thinking of new ways of how to utilize what we've built. So that's a really great development. You guys will benefit more from it. You will have more high touch, but that's really awesome. Now, a couple other things. One, we did a lifetime deal sweepstakes. So as you all know, there's the playground. We were looking for feedback on how we can improve Charlie, but right now we're just doing blind tests. And so for those of you that don't know, that it's a comparison against some state-of-the-art models. We've seen some erroring out that was not on Charlie's side, that's on the other model side, which is further testament to we want to have our own model that's reliable, that powers the platform. This allows you guys to have lower costs in the long run. It allows us to have better quality in the long run. So we think it's a win-win for everybody. But the way that we get there is by having you guys help us with feedback. And so we've been improving Charlie over time, and the lifetime deal sweepstakes is a way to do that. We wanted to reward people for helping us improve Charlie, and then that benefits the whole community. So if you participated, thank you so much for your help with the research. Thank you for putting in the time and the effort to get there. We know some people wanted to buy the LTDs, but that's just not something we're offering at the moment. But really, I think this is a great way for people that missed out on the action to jump in. So we've had a significant increase in the playground traffic as a result of this, which is really amazing. So that's that. That's Charlie 2.0. Charlie 3.0 will be coming shortly. Charlie 3.0 will be a chat-based model. More to come on what that will look like, but we will talk a little bit through Ask Charlie today. But all to say that momentum is building, funding is coming in, we're growing the team, we're releasing new products. So all is good in Charlie land. I know there's been a couple questions that have come through the Facebook community. There's nothing to worry about. We are plenty liquid, and we have every intention of being a player that's here to stay. So thank you guys for riding through the personal issues with family health earlier this year. We're back in action, and it's time to build. So why you all are probably here today is to see Charlie the agent in action. So I'm going to pull up a video, and this will kind of show what Charlie is capable of doing, and we'll talk you through what is actually going on here. Because I think I showed this at a pitch yesterday, and someone tried to tell me that ChatGPT can do all of these things, which to me indicated that this person wasn't quite the most read up on what ChatGPT can and cannot do. But without further ado, we will bring this into light. So let's go here, StreamYard, boom, allow, bam. Okay, cool. So now we have the infinite screen. Let's go here, Agent Charlie. Okay, so let's just start this thing off. First and foremost, what you're going to see is that Agent Charlie just takes complex prompts. Actually, let's do a different version of this. I got a better one. Hold on just a moment. There we go. There we go. Okay. Cool. All right. So this is on my LinkedIn page. If anybody wants to see it, it's also on the Go Charlie Twitter. But this is a huge leap forward. So what we're doing here is we create a multi-layered, multi-leveled prompt. So you'll see here that we're writing a summary about why generative AI is delivering on its hype cycle and crypto is not. I think crypto will come back, but this is more just for fun to show that Charlie can reason between two stances. He can actually formulate an opinion, and he can turn that opinion into the proper formatting for content for a specific medium. He can add multimodal capabilities, and then he can even turn one piece of content into other pieces and attach memes. Now, why did we choose this as a demo? Well, it does a couple things. First is Charlie is thinking, right? So it says Charlie is thinking. Charlie is actually thinking. Charlie now has a brain. So there's two types of AI. One is like a large language model that's teaching it to do one task really, really well. That's what most AI models are now. And then there's a whole separate field of AI that's called cognitive systems. Cognitive systems is teaching the theory of things, and the brain is actually able to execute. That's what we've built. So we brought the two together. So we have our large language model, our multimodal model on top, and then we have a cognitive agent that's looking at all the tools available and saying, based on what this user is asking for, how do I use all the tools at my disposal to create something? Now, the first thing that you'll notice is that one, we have multimodal outputs, which is pretty insane. Two, we are able to do multiple outputs all at once. So think an entire campaign's worth of content could be done. Three, we're citing our sources, but differences between this and something else that you might be seeing online. First is that it's a brain, right? So in other tools, you're going to have these software rules-based automation flows. You're going to have all of these capabilities built in, and for every tool that you use, you're going to have to build a specific tool or a specific workflow, or someone's going to have to zap some shit together if you're a Zapier person. That's not what we're doing. The AI is doing the heavy lifting. The tools are already at its disposal. All you have to do is create a prompt of what you want to create, and Charlie's going to go do the thing. Now, is it going to be perfect right off the bat every single time? No, he's learning. But that's the other part of it, having a brain. The brain learns. So it will learn you over time. It will learn your workflows, and it will better enable you to work efficiently with AI as your extension. So this is the first of its kind cognitive brain architecture that's matched with our already existing large language and multimodal models. This allows Charlie to have computer vision, allows Charlie to have social media capabilities, marketing capabilities, anything that you can think of in the marketing domain, Charlie's going to already know how to do, and that will ultimately help him use the proper tools to execute what you need. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, why is this advanced technology being applied to marketing? Well, that's where the majority of AI use cases right now is creating content, writing SEO. That's 80% of OpenAI's API traffic. The other 20% is coding. As Charlie gets smarter, he's going to be able to spin up more services necessary to create what you need. Think about this as the brain will sit there and say, okay, I need to create some sort of capability to execute a task. Maybe that's post or distribute to Facebook. Maybe that's post or distribute to Twitter. Maybe that's a WordPress plugin. He'll be able to understand with his brain that knows how to code, spin up that service and ultimately execute that task for you. Now, obviously, integrations become a big part of this. Learning becomes a big part of this. The domain that we're working in becomes a big part of this. So it will be something that progresses over time. But you don't have to sit there and pick what plugins you want to use. You're not limited in what plugins that you're using at any given point in time. It is literally able to create and execute across a bunch of different capabilities, all in one seamless flow without the need for this crazy prompt engineering. Oh, see your whole StreamYard screen. Oh, well, that's embarrassing. Why is it not? Okay. Nope. All right. Well, we're going to do a redo on that then. Okay, great. Let's try this again. I think you guys can see the screen now. Cool. StreamYard is just not my friend. I spend way too much time on Zoom. All right, cool. So we're back. Okay, great, awesome. There we go. Cool. So let's just run through this again real quick. So what we're doing with Ask Charlie here is we're writing a summary of why generative AI is delivering on hype and why crypto is not. We're then going to ask Charlie to take a position on this particular topic, and we're going to turn that position into a blog. We're then going to create a GIF from that blog, and then we're going to create a couple tweets and memes that we can post about the blog that backlink to the original content, and then ultimately cite our sources. Now, this is a very complex task, right? So we're first determining generative AI versus crypto. We're identifying that there's hype cycles in both. We're identifying and researching those two topics. And then from our research, we're formulating an opinion. We're turning that opinion into a blog. We're adding some visuals to it with a gift. And then we are writing 2 tweets from that information, so summarizing into semantic tweets, and ultimately creating memes that are semantic evaluation of images and then layering text over top of them. So this is at least a 20-step prompt in most any other tool, but this is an agent. So Charlie is thinking. He has a brain. He's literally sitting there and thinking with his brain, how do I best execute this task with what I have at hand? So that might be calling a large language model. It might be calling our multimodal model. It might be calling an API. It might be calling a distribution function that he has created. It might be calling something that he has literally coded up that's needed to create and finish a task. This is a huge leap forward. You're no longer going to have to choose what plugins you want to use. You're not going to have to choose what capabilities you have, and you're not going to have to do these crazy prompt chaining exercises that no one wants to do. What you want to be able to do is tell an AI the same way you would tell your best friend or someone working for you, hey, this is what I'd like done. And you want it to just come back with that information. Now, is it going to be perfect every time? No. But why this is important, Charlie having a brain allows us to add capabilities without having to add software, rules-based software for any sort of automation. So if you use Zapier, you don't have to use that anymore. Charlie will just have inherent capabilities. Now, Zapier's got some better integrations in the short term, but in the long term, you don't want to have to build Zaps. You just want the AI to do it for you. And so that's one of the ways that we're truly innovating here, is that we're creating a brain that can reason, determine what's necessary to complete a task. And if it has those capabilities inherently, it will use them. But if it doesn't have those capabilities, it will code up something to execute. This is truly state of the art and builds on top of our already impressive AI suite. Now, we plan to release the early version of this over the course of the summer and make it available to you all as soon as humanly possible. This is a very complex build, but we think it's possible to get this out hopefully in June. I imagine there will be something that we run into where it might get pushed back to July, but our plan is to get this in your hands as quick as possible. And then as we add new capabilities to this, we will also release those. But those will all happen in the background. So it will be as simple as you guys just coming and giving prompts about what you want to do and watching Charlie work magic. The last thing you want to do is go and click through a whole bunch of plugins and try to figure out what works and what doesn't work and how to execute them. You just want a seamless thing where the AI is working across all of its capabilities and doing what you need it to do. So that's a walkthrough. Yes. So now I know there's some questions. Do you already have access to the test? No, not yet, but it will be coming soon. We want to make this live in production as soon as possible to show you what Charlie is actually capable of. Can't see what Amanda said there, but I imagine it's an awesome emoji or something, and maybe a sticker. Does code up mean Charlie builds a new automation workflow? Theoretically, yes. So some of those tasks you would have had to do multiple prompts across multiple models, maybe, or even multiple softwares to get done. We're trying to build a way for the AI to do the heavy lifting such that you don't have to. Hopefully that answers that question. But the way that I think about AI agents in a larger scale is that if the AI doesn't have the capability that it needs, it's going to be able to code up a solution to get it done. Now, obviously, that's going to take more time. It's going to take more compute, but that's something that I think is the inevitability of this. Rather than having a whole bunch of disparate softwares, you just have an AI that can do most of the things that you want. Yes, it is creating its own prompt chain. So for those of you that are familiar with LangChain, I didn't know how technical we wanted to get, but for those of you familiar with LangChain, effectively, you could do that all on your own here without LangChain. We've actually had LangChain available in the background of our platform, not actual LangChain, like we built our own. That's how we do some of our multimodal capabilities, and content repurposing is powered by stuff like that, as is our blog wizard. So we actually built LangChain before LangChain, but we didn't think it was all that impressive. So now we've just built an agent that can do it for you. Yeah, so sorry for the first demo. Wow, that's probably awkward. You guys were just sitting there watching me wave my hands around. So apologies for that. Couple other awesome things that I want to talk about. So first is Camp Charlie. So Camp Charlie, we are aiming to do that the last week of June. My plan is to do one session a day. We will maybe even add 2 sessions a day, but it will be interviews with specialists in a given space. We've already found someone for affiliate marketing. We'd like to get someone in that's an SEO expert. So if you want to jam on that, our goal is to give you guys a platform to talk about how you use Charlie and your services. We want you to feel like you're part of the show. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, maybe you want to sell services to people in the group, maybe you want to do other things, like we want you to feel empowered and featured and have the spotlight for a little bit. So it'll be structured as a session with me where I ask questions about like your process, how you do what you do, how you got started, just, us becoming friends. You can ask some questions about Charlie, and then we'll just do a quick demo of like how you're using Charlie to get the stuff that you do done. For me, I've seen that format work really successfully, but we want you to be able to empower others to be successful. We want you to be able to show others how you are skilled in your specific domain. And so Camp Charlie is a way to do that. Separate from Camp Charlie, we are going to start having hour-long sessions each week where we will walk through the platform. I know there's many people that are new. We want to walk them through the platform. There's many people that have been here for a while, and then the UI change kind of messed them up a little bit. I want to have an avenue where people feel that they can talk, they can ask questions. I love StreamYard, but I kind of hate that you guys can't participate as much. Like the commenting is cool, but I want you guys to feel like you're part of the show. I don't want to just be talking on end. Like I like the sound of my own voice, but I don't like it that much. So what we want to do is create an environment where every single week there's a regular cadence where if we're launching new features, you will see them. If you want to walk through parts of the platform, you can see them. And we're really going to focus on a format that allows you, if you're at an idea stage, all the way to if you're a mature company. And we want to be able to address all those capabilities and questions on the platform. So we will determine a weekly time to do that. Right now, I'm thinking either Wednesday or Thursday. Charlie's and Coffee will continue to be a Friday initiative going forward. It will be hosted via StreamYard. It will be available on YouTube and Facebook. So check that out. Let me know what you think. But more education is coming. I think that's going to be a theme you see over the next couple months. Lastly, we have very ambitious goals for growth through this summer. So if you are someone that is interested in sharing Charlie, talking about Charlie, has feedback about Charlie, I am going to be a lot more present in those conversations, and we would love to have you sharing Charlie with as many people as possible. Our growth, or our main goal right now, is brand awareness, and we've built an incredible product, and it is on us to educate you on how to best use it. But I think some of the releases we have coming down the pipeline are really going to change the game, and hopefully are so good that you're like, wow, everybody needs to know about this tool. So if you have ideas of how you'd like to share Charlie with people, I'm all ears. We are here to enable you to be successful. That means being an affiliate. That means being an affiliate. But more importantly, you guys have gotten us here, and we want to give you a way to benefit from our success as well. So that's the majority of what I wanted to talk through today. There's a whole host of other crap going on with the company that I will spare you all with, but it's very busy right now. So if I have not responded to an email, I apologize. A quick update from me. I have been going at it for about 4 months, nonstop, 7 days a week. So this weekend I'm stepping away a little bit. So feel free to reach out via email, but I probably won't be responding unless it's like weird hours and I can't sleep, which happens fairly often. But more importantly, just want to say thank you guys for getting us here. And we hope that you have a great kickoff to your summer, and that you'll join us for Camp Charlie and for Ask Charlie whenever it's there. So any other questions before we go? Cool. Do we have an awesome Agent Charlie gift? We do not yet. Not yet. But now I want one. I need one where it's like Charlie and the glasses are just coming down and setting on him. Or maybe we put Charlie's head on like the agents from the Matrix. That could be kind of cool. I'm trying to use it as Ask Charlie, so it's positioned as like you're asking it to do things, but maybe we'll try both. Maybe we'll try both. They should commission you to make. Yeah, that's awesome. Seriously though, guys, like one of that, I know I say this all the time, but like the SF Tech Week events like really brought to fruition just how far of a journey we've come on. Some of the events that we went to, how impressed people were with the tool, how impressed people have been with their interaction with our customers and our community. It is, I don't know a good way to put it into words other than just to say thank you. And I hope that we continue to deliver experiences that make you want to talk about Charlie. It's truly been my life's work, my favorite job that I've ever had. And that would not be possible without you all keeping me in check and keeping your attention on Charlie. So thank you all so much. I'll leave you with that message, and go have a great weekend if yours hasn't started already. More to come. Thanks, everybody.